2025 was a great year for films with a bunch of great ones amidst a sea of corporate cash grabs and reboots.
So today, we count down our individual top 4 films of 2025.
I'd like to start with my number 4. This one is the artsiest of my selection. I am known for having a very everyman's taste in movies. Joe is a film connoisseur, but I think you'll appreciate that my number 4 is none other than The Penguin Lessons.
Okay.
The Penguin Lessons stars Steve Coogan. It's also got Jonathan Pryce. It's a really artsy kind of just under the radar film that took place during the 1976 coup in Argentina, and it's based on a true story about a guy who kind of saves a little penguin. It's cute.
I'm proud of you because the fact that I haven't heard of this film at all tells me that you've really found some little corner of the scene that you've gone and found a gem. So I'm proud of you for that.
I will say this that maybe makes you a little less proud of me. My fiance and I accidentally saw this film. We thought it was going to be some goofy Mr. Popper's Penguins type. We even Googled, and spoiler alert here, feel free to click off, does the penguin die? Because we just couldn't stomach a penguin death. And Google said, no, the penguin doesn't die. And the penguin did die, and we were very sad.
You watched this in the most everyman way possible. But I'm proud that you went and learned something about Argentinian hardship, and hey, good on you, man.
It was fun. It was fun. It was sad. It was very, very deep and taught me about a part of history that I actually had no idea about. And it was one of those movies I really loved living in the world of it. It was strange and abstract, and the pacing was an artsy film style of pacing. It wasn't begging you to stay there and watch every second like we see with the majority of the films that are in the top 100 grossing films list of 2025. But it had a heart to it, and you could really feel that feeling throughout the whole film, which I really enjoyed. And I don't often partake in art house films, so it actually was nice to
There you go.
This.
Maybe I'll give it a watch as well.
Hell yeah.
My number 4 was the very recent Wake Up Dead Man, the third installment in Rian Johnson's Knives Out series, starring Josh O'Connor amidst many, many others. Benoit Blanc is back to solve another mystery, and I think this is the best one yet.
Have you not mentioned Daniel Craig? Isn't he the star of the whole franchise?
Yeah, but if you see the film, it's really Josh O'Connor's story, and Daniel Craig just rocks up and does his thing for a bit. But that's part of what's really great about this film, is it's not just like, oh, the cool detective is back to solve the mystery. It's like, no, he's there and he's helping and he's offering a very solid perspective, but it really lets this story of these people in this town play out.
Cool.
And it's a beautiful film. So many gorgeous filmmaking techniques play out. So much unconventional stuff. When you're shooting a scene, Mac, in real life, and you're doing a dialogue scene and the sun goes over, you're like, damn, now the whole thing looks different now. I've got to adjust the lights. In this film, there are just scenes where the characters start talking, the clouds go over and the scene gets really dark, but then the scenes come to a climax and the sun comes back out, it gets really bright. It's just such a cinematic experience, and I'm so glad I caught it in the cinema before it went straight to Netflix.
I feel really mad at myself that I've seen both murder mystery films starring Adam Sandler, but I have not seen a single Knives Out mystery yet.
Are you kidding me?
Not seen a single, and I'm so up my alley.
Oh man,
this
you
is
love them, brother.
I loved Murder on the Orient Express. I loved it so much, and I know this is quite adjacent to that.
Yes.
I know I'll have a good time. You know what got me?
What?
The fucking name of these films. The whole Knives Out presents a thing.
No. The thing is, Rian Johnson hates that. He very publicly said, why does it have to be Glass Onion and Knives Out story? Can it please just be Glass Onion?
Right.
And I think the branding for this one is very much, it's just been Wake Up Dead Man.
Cool.
So yeah, don't get muddled up in the marketing.
It's not
Mac.
my
Just
fault,
go
that marketing.
experience the beauty of these films.
I
Rian
would
Johnson
like
is
to.
one of the best directors alive right now.
Was Dave Bautista in the first one, the wrestler, the dude that would play the
He's
guy
in the second
Guardians
one, I
Galaxy?
think. Yeah.
Okay. I think I just need to trill it
Because they're all
Those seem
separate
thrilling.
stories. So you know when you go to watch one of these, you're going to see a separate story from the rest of them. It's going to be new and fresh and fun and bouncy and beautiful, and that's exactly what this one is.
I appreciate that I opened up my top 4 with a film that would be in your realm, and you've opened up with one that would be in my realm.
You're welcome.
We're never going to go back to your realm again in my list, so I'd like to present to you my number 3.
Please.
My number 3 I actually watched quite late in the year. F1, starring
Okay.
Brad Pitt. It also had other people starring in it, I'm sure. I don't remember. It's a tale about F1. Realistically, it's a little bit of fan service to the people that are deeper fans than just Netflix's Drive to Survive. But it was cool. The way it was shot was cool. The soundtrack was really fantastic. The pacing of it's cool. Brad Pitt always plays an exceptional cool guy. It was cool to see kind of that Cars story in Cars number 3 where an old racer comes back into a new scene, see how that plays out. There was some drama in it. It wasn't the greatest storyline, but I had a really enthralling watch the whole way through.
Yeah, I did see this one, and I do appreciate, because it's quite a long film, but it keeps you quite engaged throughout the entire runtime.
Yeah.
And I was onto it because it's the same director as Top Gun Maverick, just one of the most exhilarating pieces of movie in the 2020s. But yeah, I really enjoyed F1 as well. And there's depth, there's artsiness to it.
Yeah,
I
there
wouldn't
is.
write it off as just an everyman film. I think if you enjoyed Maverick, if you enjoy action films or Brad Pitt or just cars, I don't care about cars
See,
in the
Nate,
slightest, but I'm into it.
I kind of care about cars. I grew up playing like Need for Speed Underground, so I do like cars. I don't care about F1 at all. And I like when a film can make me care about something that is so niche and boring to me.
Yes.
For example, a film that wasn't released in 2025, but I watched in 2025 was The Big Year, starring Jack Black, Owen Wilson, and Steve Martin, which is like a crazy lineup for a film that I've never heard about. But it's all about bird watching. But the movies made me so interested now in bird watching, and I love when a film can do that, where it can make you feel so captivated about a microcosm of the universe that you didn't really have anything to do with. I love when films play with that. So I thought F1, despite F1 being $1 billion industry, so it's not really a niche thing. I had a really good time watching it. I don't know anything about F1. I never plan on knowing anything about it. It also didn't feel too fan servicey, like if we're gonna do a bit of a movie that was a write-off in 2025 was Happy Gilmore 2. The whole thing was just nods to the golf industry, and you kind of had to know everything about the golf industry to know what the nods were. No, so F1, they clearly painted the picture of this is obviously a big time driver in the real world, but we're not going to spend too much time on it. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know anything or care about F1 either, but it's just a great time.
Really quickly, I want to get some justice for Australian music artist Dom Dollar. I was so excited to see his song was in the lineup of the F1 original soundtrack, which is a big deal as part of their major marketing thing. And they used him for marketing, and then they didn't even feature his song once in the entire film, not even in the credits. What the fuck? It was a great song. Justice for Dom Dollar.
All right, my number 3 is one I own as well, Ryan Coogler's Sinners.
A spooky one.
But it's so much more than just a spooky movie, Meg. It's all about black culture and the predatory grasp trying to take it away from them. It's about music. It's about family. It's about so many things. And I could watch this every day. It's such a well-made film.
Michael B. Jordan's a hottie as well.
And
so
he
got
plays
respect to that.
he plays brothers in this film. He plays twin brothers.
Oh,
Such
shit.
a beautiful, beautiful film.
Okay.
I love it. There he is, smoking stack.
I actually would watch this.
Yeah, you should.
I would, despite my adversity to the spooky. I really do appreciate Michael B. Jordan, and I do appreciate pieces on culture. And so I would very much like to dabble in this.
There are some shots in this that would make you just jump out of your skin. There's so much in this film. I can't sum it up in words, but if you haven't seen it, you really have to go see it. And it's not like a classic spook film, like there are creepy looking vampires and stuff, but it's not like trying to scare you, it's trying to take you on a ride. Sometimes the ride includes a bit of a scare, but that's not at its core what it's trying to be.
I'm intrigued. I will watch.
Thank you. I'll watch the Penguin stories in return.
My number 2 is the most normie of my picks, and I never thought this would make it into even something that I'd watch, but I watched it and goddamn loved it.
Okay.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Of course.
I was shocked that I enjoyed this so much because I thought the title was just one of the worst titles that I'd ever read. But I watched it with my fiance on our engagement anniversary celebration weekend. It was so exciting.
Yeah, nice.
We watched it and it was just a really great story. Really, really great story about K-pop artists who are also demon hunters, which seems
epic,
stupid, but it was super epic. And the way they told the story, the animation of it was piggybacking off of the Spider-Verse style, which just worked so well. The world is big in that there's a paranormal element to it, where there's like an alternate universe, but it didn't feel massive. Like kids can comprehend and reflect back to you the storyline here, but yet there's a lot of nuance and depth to it that made a very beautiful tale.
I had kids that would tell me the whole plot because of how excited it made them. And you're right, it was really surprising when I first heard about the film K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm like, what is that like B-side thing on the shelf in some odd store? But no, it became so mainstream so fast. I ended up watching it a bit late, but when I did, it was like every morning making eggies in the kitchen. We're going up. It's so good. The soundtrack's so good,
Jinx,
man.
and it was brilliant. And it's sat at the top of the charts for so long. Golden has not left. And they also didn't wait to put that song into the film. Like it appears midway through.
The eggies in the kitchen. Gotta be golden.
I'd recommend K-pop Demon Hunters to everyone. I'm about to play a wedding soon where they want that song as their entrance song because it's just such a banger.
Yeah, I'd say it drifted just outside my top 10, so it was up there. It was close. And for context, I watched 41 movies in 2025.
My goodness.
41 new release 2025 movies, which is a record for me that I'm very proud of and would love to keep up going forward.
I think I watched 6 and I didn't enjoy most of them.
You have to pick 4 out of the 6 for this video. You hate the Penguin stories, actually.
No, it's good. No, I think I've watched around 10 actually. Like I've seen Springsteen and Happy Gilmore and Wicked too, but we'll get to them later on our ones that maybe didn't make the list. Joe, what's your number 2?
Nice. My number 2 pick is probably the most everyman of the bunch. I love this franchise and I couldn't help licking up every last second of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
How interesting.
I really enjoyed it. I know I see all of the criticisms, the length, the bloatedness, the slight pretentiousness of it, the constant flashbacks, but for me, having watched every single Mission Impossible in preparation for this seemingly swan song of a movie for Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie, it's just it absolutely served everything I wanted. I was sitting there in IMAX, having it wash over me, having all the references come up and go and all tie into this huge 8th installment of this franchise. And to me, I was like, this franchise has never been better than right now. The stunts were amazing. It just really, really blew me away.
I saw it. And I did do the same as what you did. I marathoned the whole thing with my fiance and I was very excited to see it.
Yeah.
What got me, because it had all the normal tropes of a Mission Impossible film that I love. You know, you grow to love, you know they're going to be in every single film where they take the mask. Like, you know it's going to happen. That's exciting and it's fun. It's kind of campy and stupid that you laugh at it and go, wow, he's holding his breath for fucking 10 minutes straight, whatever. What got me was this was the final. This was supposed to be the end, and the, spoiler alert, the end didn't feel like the end. It felt like Tom Cruise has yet again survived the impossible, and there might be another film to be made out of this. And that left a bad taste in my mouth because I was hoping it would go the route of James Bond, and it didn't, and that disappointed me a little bit. It was still a really fun watch, but that's why it didn't make my top 4.
Yeah, well, on the contrary, they've never said that this is the final one. They could make more, But you're right, the movie it has this essence of finality.
Tell me the title of the film, please.
The Final Reckoning.
So you'd assume then it would be the final fucking film now that Tom Cruise is almost 100 years of age.
But it also excites me because I know if they come back, they'll have to try and do something absolutely bananas, which also excites me.
I did feel like they were running out of ideas slightly with the stunts. I feel like with Dead Reckoning Part 1, which ends up getting a fucking name change, which is so stupid, by the way. whatever. The train sequence was incredible.
Yes.
And that felt like something that hadn't been done before. I just feel like there was a bunch more flying in planes, and we'd already seen Tom Cruise strapped to a plane.
Submarine sequence.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The biplane, he's up on that plane for real.
We've seen him in a plane before.
Yeah, but he's only been hanging on the side. This one, he's doing a whole action sequence
and they're
on
talking
a biplane.
to each other. It's stupid. I don't know. Yeah,
He was a bit mustache twirly, the villain. I'll give you that. But
I just felt like we'd seen it a little bit, but still, fantastic watch. And I do understand why it would be so highly rated for you.
Yes.
Because it was such an exciting cap off. The end really makes me feel a bit more sour about it.
Felt so special in my heart. Michael, what is your number one pick?
My number one pick could not get more normie. But I take my hat off to James Gunn for Superman sits at number one. And the reason I say this, I was not excited for it at all. I wasn't going to go see it. I'm so fatigued with superhero films, and I've loved superhero franchises since day one. I've been a fan of the Flash TV show since God knows how long, and I watched it turn to shit. And then when we started the Marvels, I've been to a 48-hour movie marathon for Marvel films.
Oh dear.
Before you could fit all of them into 48 hours, and now God knows how long. So I wasn't keen for Superman starring David Cornsweet. But my God, was it so wonderfully optimistic and still rugged and intense. And it was political, which a lot of red pillars would be really mad about, which I thought was a beautiful fuck you to them.
Yeah.
I just loved it. I loved it. I loved that it took a stance on being optimistic and not trying to do something so dark. We've had dark superhero films for so long. We've also had absurdly comedic, with the Thors.
Yeah.
Which, I'm tired of films just trying to be a comedy now under the guise of an action. Like, I'm bored of that. I thought this was just a campy, fun superhero film, which I think was refreshing, oddly, in a time of superhero fatigue.
I'm glad you went and saw it. I'm glad I got to push you out that door to see it, because I know you were watching the Jurassic World Rebirths instead because of your superhero fatigue. But I'm glad you saw it and had a great time. I saw it a couple times with different groups of friends, had a great time both times. I hear the criticisms, but mostly blow them off because it's just such a great, optimistic flick, and the world needs so many more of those right now.
We do, in a time where the world is so fucked to go look outdoors, and it's scary. To then see that reflected constantly back in films, like the amount of times I've seen in modern day films of the phone being the enemy, or the algorithms are gonna kill you. Shout out to Space Jam 2. Just to see something that lives in its own world, and that being said, I completely go against what I've just said because this was a piece against billionaires.
Because I'm a punk rocker, yes I am, bro.
But it was optimistic and done nicely, and it did make me feel doom and gloom because there was a bit of vengeance against the billionaire. I had a great time, and I will watch it again and again and again. Well,
my number one, Mac, is a film you definitely haven't seen. One that would probably be hard to get you to ever see.
Okay.
But I so strongly endorse this as such a good time. I implore you to get somewhere and see it. But I loved One Battle After Another so much.
Yeah, with Leo.
Paul Thomas Anderson's latest film with Leo DiCaprio and Sean Penn and Chase Infinity. It was just... I don't know how to put words to it. It was just so astounding. Such a beautiful piece, that soundtrack bombastically moving through it. How the story has no relationship with convention. Like, it just goes in so many different ways and doesn't do anything how you'd expect it to. The cast would go out and reshoot scenes because they're like, oh, they didn't feel right, and they were telling the story as they made it. And it's just amazing. I would go and see this on the biggest screen you possibly could, right off the night. Just go and absorb this film as soon as possible.
I'm surprised you think I wouldn't go see this one when it seems like a very stock standard action adventure.
It is kind of like, yeah, an action adventure.
That's in my wheelhouse.
But art, Mac. But art.
I watched the Penguin movie. How dare you think I can't do both?
Yeah,
I
but
can do
you
both.
look at films and you're like, oh, it's 2.5 hours.
I watched
It's
Baby
got a
Driver.
weird name. The
Baby
trailer
Driver.
doesn't really have a lot of big set pieces. Well, maybe I'm not giving you enough credit.
Maybe you're not. Again,
I love to
Penguin
revisit
movie.
this one day.
I
Penguin
think-
movie seems like a harder watch than One Battle After Another.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah. You could trick me easily to go sing One Battle After Another. I was close. I think we just ran out of times to go see the film and then ended up leaving because in this day and age, things go so quickly to streaming. But I heard great things. I'm pretty sure you gave it like a 10 out of 10.
It's
or
my
5 out of
number
5.
one movie of the year. It's number
Whoa.
1 out of 41 movies, Mac.
Goddamn.
It's number 1. We're at the end of this video.
You're right.
It's over. This is the best that it gets.
I will see this one.
I've already pre-ordered the Steelbook, so you better be coming over to the movie night I host.
I will. I've been skipping some movie nights for sure, but this one I will see. And oddly, Joel gives me so many film recommendations all the time. I would watch 3/4 of the films that you've recommended today.
Which
is
one
shocking.
wouldn't you watch?
Oh, don't make me go back and recall. Come on now.
You don't want to watch the horror movie, I understand.
But I still could. I just think that this is quite the palatable list. And I think,
Yes.
despite me knowing that I'm a cinema normie, I think we actually have more in common than we once thought.
Wow.
Well,
It really is about the friends we made along the way, huh?
it really is.
And I would proudly say that anyone watching this could watch any of the films we listed and probably have a good time.
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
Maybe not the Penguin movie, I'll be honest. It's not for everyone. But it made my list, damn it.
Hey, if you like films and TV, we talk about plenty of them, including Penguin-ish movies on this channel.
Hey, but more importantly, make sure to go tell someone you love them today.
Bye.
Bye.